Howdy there, folks. It's Spencer Wood, the real estate cowboy. We are out here on the beautiful North Haven Island. We took the ferry from Rockland, Maine this morning, jumped out here. It's absolutely beautiful. And we are here on Indian Point Road where we have 14.65 acres for sale. Over here on my left side is going to be 1.4 acres of oceanfront. On the right side here into these fields that are laced with blueberries and other berries as well is going to be a majority of the land. It kind of goes up this way and then L's around, and it abuts Mullins Head State Park and the preserve that's over there. So you're abutting conservation land, which extends your feeling of about, I think it's about 200 acres over there. So take a walk with me. We'll go jump in and check out this waterfront. A couple things that I want to point out as we're walking. We're obviously on a paved and a maintained road. So in the wintertime, this will be taken care of, so it's ready for full-time living. As you can see above here, we got power right here at the road. Good cell phone service, internet as well. This has been in a family for a couple generations, as most things out here on the island are. It's absolutely beautiful. Here's a good little walkway. Here it goes. Very rare to find 14, almost 15 acres of land on any island, especially North Haven Island out here. This is more of an agricultural island. There's a lot of farms, active year-round farms. So the soil is very fruitful, as we could say. You can grow crops, or there's a couple of little dairy farms and beef farms out here. And I mean, check this out. Doesn't get much more beautiful than this little spot. So if you're interested to come have a little picnic, maybe coffee, maybe a drink or two, this is going to be your little spot right here. We are sitting at low tide. We'll come back later this afternoon and show you guys what it looks like at high tide here. It'd be easy to have a flat bottom or some sort of outboard motored boat that you could have tied up down here. So when the tide comes back in, you'll be floating and you can cruise all around Little Thorofare and the other islands out here. But just wanted to give you a good idea of what this water frontage on the 1.4 acres on the waterfront side looks like. And this is pretty much it. So if you're looking to get some sea glass or go for a swim, or we were just watching the seals that were right out there fishing, and all the lobster boats come right out in front of us here, big yachts, sailing yachts, all sorts of watercraft. But this is your 1.4 acres of waterfront. All right, beautiful people, as you can see, we're having a lot of fun over here. This is Little Thorofare that's out in front of us. Amazing place to fish, lobster, watch big 100+ foot schooners come through here. Again, we're out here on North Haven Island. We took the ferry from Rockland, Maine, which is about an hour trip one way. Got out here, no problem at all. No reservation or anything like that. We just showed up in line this morning at about 8:30 for the 9:30 ferry. As you can see, Little Thorofare behind me. We're at low tide right now, high tide. This is all gonna come up and be right about where you're filming essentially. So if you wanted to keep a boat here, you know, outboard boat, let it kind of sit on the tidal flats until the water comes back up, easily can do that. Right out in front of us here, that's a channel. You'll be seeing lobster boats, you'll be seeing big schooners, other watercraft that's going through here, going through the channel. We got Burnt Island, Stimpson's Island behind us. Great for checking things out. North Haven is over this direction here. We were just watching seals and other lobster boats go through here, but just wanted to come down here, show you kind of what your ocean frontage looks like. Sea glass galore, easy for swimming. Obviously dogs love hanging out and getting into the water down here. Absolutely beautiful. Happy to be out here today. Can definitely feel the weight come off the shoulders when you get out here on the North Haven Island, and specifically this Indian Point region, which is the southern side of the island, which is really undeveloped, quiet, very private, and just all around fun to be out here. All right, folks, You just saw our 1.4 acres of oceanfront over here on my left side. Stunning, I know. Now we're gonna jump in over here. This is the 13.25 acres, which is map 6, lot 4 on the tax maps here. Dotted with blueberry bushes. This actually rises up to about 50 feet in elevation, which on an island is pretty big. As you can see, quite a few low bush, mix of high bush blueberries in here. And when we get into this beautiful meadow, this is actually where the approved septic design soil test has been done. As we kind of walk up to the back of the property and through the meadows here, you'll end up seeing some more fields and openings at the top as we kind of climb up this little 50 feet of elevation to the back of the property. Well, welcome to our building site, approved septic soil test site. Take a look at your view. I wasn't joking. Great. Your waterfront 1.4 acres is right there where the trees are on the left. So easy to build an unbelievably gorgeous place right here. Be in the field, have the nice space, have almost 13.25 acres right behind you. So a lot of access on the back of the property headed up towards Mullins Head Preserve. Here, as we said, there's some blackberries, raspberries, there's blueberry bushes all through here. And actually, as we look this way too, so this is actually one of the family members who's the neighbor up there temporarily in the camper. They're actually on their way to be building a nice little house over there as well. They have a couple acres, so that will be your neighbor. Full-time, there's only a couple hundred people here that live on the island full-time year-round through the winters. In the summertime, obviously our traffic gets up closer to the 1,000, maybe a little over. Obviously really popular in the summertime for all the right reasons, but there is still a strong community of full-time people out here. There's a school, there's a health clinic, there's a grocery store, a little brewery, pretty much anything that you could really ever need, they've established on the island for year-round people. And if you really need to get to the mainland, like we said, it's about an hour ferry ride back over, or if you got your own boat, you can step the speed up and get over there a little quicker. So we're gonna head up the driveway here and get to the back of the property, show you a little bit of that elevation, some of the interior of the forest lot here, walk over towards where the Mullins Head Preserve abuts us, and give you guys a better look at the interior of the lot. All right, howdy folks, we're a little bit higher up on the property right now. Down here towards the water side is where we just were, where that approved septic and building site soils test is. As you can see, as we're a little further up here, it's still a meadow, still a field. There's actually a survey pin that is right below where I'm pointing right now. So the property essentially goes like this, straight out to the road. So everything that you're looking at right now in terms of the meadow and field is all included in the 13.25 acres on this side. So another cool feature about the property is the potential for having a lot of walking trails, mountain biking, four-wheeling if you had a horse or something like that. 14.5 acres is quite a bit of land to walk around on. So you could easily build some really fun trails, keep your exercise up, run some dogs, have a real nice time out here. This is essentially headed back towards the higher part of the elevation. The pins are all there, so everything's been surveyed. There's pins at every corner. If you want to see that, be happy to send you some mapping where I've walked to every corner and taken those pictures. You can see that everything's still kind of flagged here with these blue markers going straight through for the trail as well. Over this direction, as you can see, is just pretty much the high point of this area, which I said is about 50 feet in elevation. But you can imagine if you cut a bunch of these trees down and made more of a meadow like we saw down below, that you would have some absolutely spectacular, almost 360-degree views of water and the other little Thorofare and Mullins Head and different areas of the island. So a lot of potential with the high peak and the elevation being up here. But this is pretty much what you get. I know it looks a little weird with this old blowover right now, but the interior of the forest does not have the same kind of look And it kind of gives it that Jurassic Park feel in here right now. Alrighty, we're in the interior and on the elevation of the lot here. This is where the elevation gain is, up to about your 50 feet. Nothing super dramatic, easily accessible if you wanted to put a house or something up here. And as we kind of get up here and you look back towards your meadow, you will see still you got gorgeous views of the ocean down there. Hard to probably see on the camera, but honestly, I may plop a house up here, clear a couple acres on the top of the hill, so you really get that 360 almost lighthouse view of everything. It's absolutely beautiful. The property is not in tree growth, so if you wanted to clear 5 acres, 6 acres of all this and make another meadow, have a bigger, beautiful building site up here as well, that's a big possibility. So you could do something down there, you could do something up here. If you wanted to subdivide a lot, sell off a couple acres and make yourself a little bit of money back and build something up here, that'd be perfect. And true to my word, here's our survey pin right here. Again, everything has been surveyed, septic and soil test, approved building site. We got power at the road, a maintained road that's plowed and taken care of year round. Gorgeous views. And right off to the back of me here is once again the Mullins Head State Park. Alrighty, beautiful people, that concludes our tour of this gorgeous 14.65 acre lot out here on North Haven Island. If you enjoyed watching the video, smash that like button for us. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more videos in the future.